Well, just to let you know, we're still very busy on the phone line, so if you want to stay there and hang out and take a look at this gorgeous cake. This is a Christmas white cake that maybe you saw when you were looking through Southern Living magazine, and the wonderful thing about this cake is this is our very first time pairing with Southern Living to present something really special to you. And so if you want to get one of the most delicious holiday cakes, this one is a gingerbread layer cake with buttermilk buttercream frosting. So I want to introduce you to Rebecca Lang, who is an author of 5 cookbooks, and you may actually be familiar with her from seeing her on David's show, as well as the fact that you're the contributing editor of Southern Living magazine. So it's so nice to have you here.
Merry Christmas.
Merry early Christmas in July.
I know, I'm in the mood.
This is really exciting to me because gingerbread is one of my all-time personal favorite desserts ever, especially at Christmas time. But this is gingerbread cake really done the Southern way. So what makes this recipe unique?
Well, let me show you. This is one thing that you never see buttercream with buttermilk. So we have really taken a Southern spin on this cake. So we have 3 layers, and we actually have, this is real gingerbread.
So not the powdered ginger. What's being used here?
No, my goodness, we're not using powdered ginger. This is real crystallized ginger.
Oh my word.
And let me tell you, in the batter, let me show you how moist this is. In the batter, we actually have freshly brewed coffee. We have a little bit of molasses,
oh my goodness,
cinnamon, sugar, and just sitting here, I wish y'all could smell it at home. It is the smell of Christmas. It's like incredible, isn't it? I mean, the spices just come straight to you.
So I have a question. What are these little bits that we're seeing in here?
That's the real ginger.
The real crystallized ginger that you will find hidden throughout the cake. And I do need to let you know that your shipping is included. Once again, it's our very first pairing with QVC and Southern Living magazine to bring a Christmas white cake. And as a matter of fact, this has been voted one of the reader favorites in terms of recipe. Is that right?
And let me tell you, we have been making cake a long time, and this is in the top 3 cakes for the holidays. So we're kind of famous for always having white cakes at Christmas, and we always have, just like this beautiful white icing, almost always has white icing.
Oh my word.
The inside can always be something fun, but we're on our December issue, we always love to feature white cakes, and this is one of our favorites. Isn't it so good?
This is divine.
So let me show you how easy this slices.
You know what? As you're doing that, I just need to say this is so divine, because as a person, I have a German heritage. I have tried just about every gingerbread cookie, gingerbread candy, gingerbread cake known to man. This one is a full ginger flavor, but it's not sharp and strong ginger. It is full-bodied, but the sweetness balances that ginger flavor perfectly. And the buttermilk buttercream have something to do with it, that it's a buttermilk. Who does buttermilk buttercream?
Of course, Southern Living. Who else would do such a thing? So we've taken real, pure, grade A butter, and look how thick this is. This is so pretty. Look at this. Do you see the thickness of the icing and the silkiness and the creaminess? Look at that. And so that is fun right there. You ought to try that.
Oh, you know what? You know what? I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it on mine. But let me ask you, what's on the top of the cake?
This is a mapled candy pecan.
Really?
So if you've ever been to the South and had pralines, or pralines, whichever way you like to say it, this is our version of adding this Southern touch to the top. My goodness. So we've taken these pecans, and they're fresh pecans. We've taken maple syrup, sugar, cinnamon, and cloves. And so not only do we have all these good Christmas spices in the cake, but we've added this around, and the cake comes beautifully decorated, just like this. You don't even have to sprinkle the pecans on.
And you know what? The cake is large. This will feed a lot of people at your gathering. We are talking about 4 3/4 pounds, almost a 5-pound cake, beautifully boxed and sent home to you. I have to tell you, those pecans at the top.
Oh, couldn't you just eat them by yourself?
They almost sparkle when you eat them. There's like this little delicious crackle that they have because they're smaller and they're candied. So they have this whisper, like crisp kind of shell on the outside.
Oh, I know.
And then the buttermilk and the frosting. I mean, the whole thing is divine. I mean, it is such a beautiful cake. And like you mentioned, having the pecans on the outside. You could add a simple ribbon like we did to this one over here, or you could add a little sprig of berries or leaves up on the top if you wanted to add color to it, since it's a classic Christmas white cake, but you don't have to. It just reminds me of the purity of snow in winter. I mean, it's gorgeous.
Well, we kind of like to think, you know, having this cake ready, already check it off your list in July, and then you know, you have so much time to do everything else, because December tends to be so crazy, but it's like coming home for Christmas
and
to have this.
Wouldn't even know how to begin crafting something like this with the specific ingredients and the crystallized ginger and the candied pecans and the buttermilk, buttercream icing. And with 400 of these gone, I do want to remind you, it is close to a 5-pound cake, so it's $59.96 with your shipping included, and this sale price is only going to be valid until the end of July. So by July 31st, the price will be expiring on this. And considering, I mean, I'm looking at how many, because the cake is rich. It's buttermilk, buttercream icing. You can take an enormous slice if you want, but you don't need one to end a meal, say with the ham that we have coming up later on in the show. So you could get away with doing thinner slices and feed the town. You could feed the town with this cake and do thinner slices.
You can then plan the rest of your menu, and you have it done for dessert.
It's done.
And you know, one thing that really, I think, can end Christmas on a bad note is a dry cake. And this year...
Yes, because it's the last thing people are eating is the dessert.
Yes. And you never have to worry about it. This is the most moist cake, and it's so nice because I feel like this is a cake that you're going to still be talking about next July.
I agree. I'm actually going to be ordering this for my holidays this year. So Mom and Dad, if I'm seeing you, this cake is definitely going to be on the list if I'm visiting you or you're coming to me. So $59.96 with your 2 ship dates, either the week of November 9th or the week of December 7th. And Southern Living has never paired with QVC before to bring you any one of their cakes, let alone one of their famous Christmas white cakes. And this one was voted one of the reader favorites from the magazine. And I highly recommend, even if you're not a gingerbread lover, to try this one, because I think it will turn you into one because of that balance of flavors. And 47777, it's a lot of sevens there. Rebecca Lang, it was so nice to meet you. Thank you so much. To you as well.